It doesn't matter if you want to build muscle or lose body fat, eating plenty of protein is one of the best things you can do to help reach your physique goals. So in this video, I'm going to cover the 10 best foods that are high in protein but also low in calories to help get you the best results possible. Alright, so if you're looking up a video like this, you probably already know the benefits, but I do quickly want to cover what the benefits are. It's what builds muscle, and muscle not only helps with body composition, but the more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism is, so you burn more calories at rest. It has an extremely high thermic effect of food, so your body burns a lot of calories from it just processing that food, and especially in a fat loss phase, it can help tremendously because it's an extremely filling source, so it helps you from overshooting calories. Now, a lot of people will say to aim for around 1 gram per pound of body weight, but if you have a lot of weight to lose, or if that just feels like it's impossible and you're in a fat loss phase, I would try to get at least 1 gram per pound of whatever your goal weight would be. But the point is, you probably want to try to eat more. So I'm going to give you options that come with a lot of protein, but not much other carbs or fat. So for instance, you may hear that peanut butter or nuts is a good protein source. That could not be further from the truth. So when I give you the foods to eat, I'm going to give you how many calories it would be for about 40 grams of protein. And for instance, if you were to try to get 40 grams of protein from peanut butter, you'd have to eat over 1,000 calories to get that, whereas a lot of foods on my list will be under 200 calories. So the first one is egg whites. This is the Leanest source. This is my go-to if I'm going to go out and I know I'm going to have a lot of calories in a day and I want to have something that's lower calorie, higher protein, going to help fill me up so I can go out. So to get 40 grams of protein from egg whites, it's only going to cost you 160 calories, and there's 0 carbs and 0 fat. The second Leanest source is canned tuna, not chunk tuna, but the solid white albacore tuna. It's only going to cost you about 170 calories and 0 carbs, 1 gram of fat for 40 grams of protein. And it's not that you can't do other forms of tuna, this is just the leanest. You can also do things like canned chicken, is kind of underrated. It's not quite as lean, but still only about 210 calories. The third Leanest source is shrimp, and a lot of different seafoods as well. So for instance, with shrimp, it's only 175 calories with 2 carbs and 1 fat to get 40 grams of protein, and I love shrimp, so this is a go-to for me. Helps living in Florida too, where it's fresh. The fourth Leanest source is a hydrolyzed whey protein. Now I'm going to cover a lot of different options with whey proteins, but hydrolyzed is going to be your leanest. It's also going to be by far and away your most expensive. But for instance, the Dimetized ISO 100 is only about 175 calories with only 2 grams of carbs for 40 grams of protein. Whereas with an isolate, so like I do the Core Nutritionals chocolate peanut butter ISO, that's going to run you about 200 calories, 4 carbs, 3 fat to get 40 grams of protein. Or there's another option that's actually even leaner than the hydrolyzed whey protein, and that's the ISO Pure drink. Especially if you don't really care for the consistency of whey protein, you might like this more because it's basically like drinking flavored water, and it's all protein, 0 carbs, 0 fat. Now you may be surprised that number 5 is all the way down on this list because it's the one you hear about the most, and that's skinless chicken breast. And I eat a ton of chicken breast myself, but it is a little bit more calories than some of these other sources, where 6 ounces of chicken breast is about 185 calories, 0 carbs, 2 fat to get your 40 grams of protein in. Number 6 on the list is whitefishes, especially tilapia. 7 ounces of tilapia is about 190 calories, 0 grams of carbs, and 3 grams of fat to get your 40 grams of protein. The 7th option, not a lot of people think of this one, but skinless turkey breast is actually very lean as well, and quite frankly, in my opinion, delicious. 6 ounces of that is only about 195 calories, 0 grams of carbs, and about 3 grams of fat to get your 40 grams of protein. The 8th option is one of the best ones if you're on the fly and you're not going to be able to do a lot of cooking and things like that. You can get beef jerky, and especially if you're getting like the 0 sugar ones that are lower calorie, a lot of them are going to be around 200 calories, 0 grams of carbs, about 4 grams of fat. Or there's some other flavored kinds. There's a lot of variations, but those ones are usually going to run you higher, maybe around 250 to 300, possibly more if you're not careful. So they're all good options. It's just how many calories you want to spend for your protein. The 9th option is deli turkey and chickens. These are going to be a little bit less lean, but still not bad. So for instance, this turkey I get from Aldi that I really like, it's about 220 calories, 4 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fat to get 40 grams of protein. The 10th one on the list, remember there's actually 11, so don't go anywhere. Not a lot of people think of this or even feel like you can have this, but that's beef, your leaner varieties of beef. You can get a 96.4 beef, which is gonna run you about 240 calories, 0 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of fat. Of course, there's other options, just the less lean it is, the more calories are gonna be. So for instance, 93.7 is still pretty lean, but that's gonna run you more around 295 calories with 0 carb and 14 fat to get your 40 grams of protein. And the final one for this list is non-fat plain Greek yogurt, which in my opinion, yuck. But don't worry, I mean, even if you don't like plain Greek yogurts, there's some pretty decent options out there that are still zero sugar or close to, but those plain non-fat ones are gonna run you around 240 calories and about 14 grams of carbs, zero fat to get you 40 grams of protein. And like I said, there's a lot of options for different proteins that are gonna be similar and not a whole lot more. My personal favorite is just Dan and Light and Fit. And also keep in mind too, there's a lot of options for other dairy sources that are either non-fat or low fat that are gonna give you a good protein and not be super high calories. So things like cottage cheese, string cheeses, and a lot of different dairy products. Again, everything's fine. It's just some forms are gonna be higher calorie. Like there's nothing wrong if you eat steaks or whole eggs or salmon or anything else. Everything is fine. These sources that I'm mentioning are the ones that are gonna be the leanest ones. Now I did mention raw versus cooked meat. So to find out what makes the most sense, make sure you check out this top video up here. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the other video.